Hello again everybody. This is the video that I said I would do about the notebooks which I have over here. But I thought I would actually show you how your traveller's journal will arrive, or if you go to a shop to purchase it, what it will look like when you get it. The only difference being mine now has a charm on it and a little bead on the bookmark. So when you first get your Midori, it is wrapped up really beautifully. All of this is actually covered in like a cellophane wrap type stuff. So you take that off and you have this little bit of paper which says in Japanese what the Midori is and what it's all about, and then there's an English translation at the bottom. Now I like to keep stuff like that, and I will be sticking that into my Midori at some point. So once you take off the plastic wrapper and everything, this is how you get your you receive your Midori. Don't throw this away. You can use this, and I'll tell you how you can use this in a moment. So just open it up. Your Midori comes with, let's move this out of the way, obviously your Midori cover. You get an extra elastic band. Actually, the black one I believe comes with the black one attached to it. The brown one comes with the brown one attached to it. With the brown one you also get an extra orange cord, and with the black one I believe you get a red cord, and that just comes in a little bag like this, and I swapped mine out pretty much as soon as I opened it. It also comes with a cotton carry case. Mine was inside the cotton carry case. All you have to do with the elastic, see if I can, oh sorry, if I can show you this, is untie this knot, and it will come straight out, and then you know, add your charm to it. You don't have to add a charm, most people seem to. Retie your knot and pull it back through. I actually used a bobby pin or a hair grip to help poke the elastic through, and it's as easy as that really. Some people don't like the fact that it's on the back of the book. They would prefer it on the side. I don't have a problem with it. I haven't had any problems writing. You can get, well, there are so many people who make their own version. They call them faux dories, or they might put their name in front of it, who will quite gladly put the elastic on the side for you. So I mentioned in my very first video that the Midori is an elasticated notebook system. That's how I would describe it. The elastic runs through here, runs through the book like this, and back up, and is secured up here again. Now when you receive your Midori, I believe if you're buying it brand new, all of them come with the plain paper insert, which is insert number 3. That comes in the book. It's already set up for you. You can see there is a shorter bit of elastic here. It's sort of about that long, so you can't quite fit a full. You could if you stretch the elastic, but I'm not sure how that would fare on your books. It might bend it a little bit. You can't quite fit a full-length traveller's journal in there, but I'm sure if you had a smaller one you could slide that, you know, behind or something. There are also other people who make Midoris slightly wider, so you can accommodate more notebooks, and some people I believe add another strand of full length elastic, so you can have a couple more books in there. So here is the elastic. There's also the bookmark, I'll get that out of the way. And you literally just slide your book through the elastic on the centre page and it stays in there like that. I will get to adding extra notebooks in a moment. I don't think I'll be able to show you with one hand, but there is a link to, I believe they're called the Goulet pen company, and he shows you very clearly how to add extra notebooks. He just uses the field note size, or I think it's called, or the passport size, but it's exactly the same. It's elastic, rubber bands, all of that. So I'll move that out of the way. So the other notebooks that I purchased, and I've taken them out of their wrapper, but I've got the wrapper with me just to, so you don't hear as much, you know, rustling. The first book is the lined notebook, which is number 001. Now this book is stapled in the middle. They all seem to have different coloured cardstock covers, which I quite like because you sort of identify which is which. Now this book comes with 64 pages. It's ruled, and the rule is 6.5 millimeters. Now what I like about this lined notebook in particular is the lines start right at the top and end right at the bottom. There's no margin either on either side of the paper, and I like that because I have a thing about wasting paper. So being able to start at the very top, if I choose to, is brilliant, and there's not a great big, you know, plain bit of paper up the top. I don't like that. That's just personal preference. Some people do, some people don't. Some people like margined paper. I'm not bothered. Now I did just do a video on bleed through, and I have written in this book with my Lamy, no bleed through whatsoever, definite ghosting, but not a problem, really not a problem for me. I'm not sure if I'll be able to pick this up on camera, but I'll try. The sort of first page in there is cream coloured, and you have like a text block, you put the date in it, what your diary's called, anything you choose. It's cream, so you can sort of see the difference, and that's in every book apart from, oh no, it's in there as well. I'll get to that after. So the first page is cream and the last page is cream, and it just says Traveller's Notebook for all the travellers who have a free spirit, and then their website at the bottom, which I will link below. So that is insert number 1. Number 2 is the grid notebook. So you have 64 pages again. It is a 5 by 5 millimeter grid. So it looks like this. So that's 002. It's got a darker cardboard cover on it. Again, the cream, the first page is cream. And then you have your grid paper. And it is top to bottom, left to right, and I love that. Obviously, the closer to the beginning or the closer to the end you get, the edge squares, let's see if I can zoom in, will be bigger than the centre ones. Let's see if I can. Do you see they're cut off slightly? That's just the nature of the way the paper's folded. The paper in the middle is slightly smaller than the first sheet of paper in the book because it's essentially a giant signature. So that's the grid one. Insert number 3 is in the book, which is the plain paper one. There are loads of inserts. There's all different ones for the field notes, passport size one as well. The next insert I have is the clear wallet, which is 008, and mine came in plastic wrap like that. So this is the insert. So you have your wallet on the left hand side with your little zip, and then you have 2 pockets on the right hand side. One is completely clear, one is slightly frosted. I don't know if that would bother a lot of people. I keep the frosted one. This would be the back of my book. The frosted one stays to the back. But you know, I'm pretty sure you could bend it round the other way if you chose to. I really like this insert. I think it's quite clever. You know, we all have pencil cases. We all carry bits and bobs in our bags and briefcases and stuff like that, but this is just nice to be able to slip a receipt in, or a train ticket, some photographs, washi tape, whatever you choose. I know some people keep pens, you know, inside their Midori. It's completely up to you, but I think it's a brilliant insert. So that is the clear plastic wallet, and that is number 8. The next one I have is the sketch paper, I think, which is 0012. Now you only get 48 pages in this book, and the pages are perforated. So that's 0012. It has the cream first page, and then you know, you start with your paper, and it is really thick, and it's just perforated just down. I don't think I'll be able to get in that close. Can you just see that line there? That's the perforated line. And this is also stapled in the centre, as were the other notebooks I've just shown you. There you can see the perforation. I haven't used this yet. I'm actually saving it for a holiday. I'm going on to see my grandparents, and where they live is quite pretty. There's lots of nice trees and lakes and the sea and all of that stuff. So I'd like to do some doodles and some watercolour in there. So you do get less pages, but that's because it's thicker paper, and it is substantially chunkier than the let's see if I can show you. Than the lined and the grid one. Maybe by, you know, a book and a half. That's how much thicker it is. But so that's number 12. Insert 14 is the craft paper insert, and this has 64 pages. So that's 014. It's got a different coloured cover. Oh, I've got it upside down. It's got a different coloured cover on it. The cream first page, and then it is filled with craft paper. The thing I like about this book, and it's not a complaint, it's just personal preference. It would have been nice if all of the books were stitched and came with this little bit to protect the stitching. I just think it looks nicer when they're archived. I mean, I could very easily stick a bit of washi tape on the edge, on the binding of my other books. You know, it's no big deal, but I just think this is nicer, and I do like stitched books. See if I can find the middle page for you. I don't know if you can just about see that white stitching there. I do like it. It's much, well, for me, I think it's prettier. It looks nicer. So that's insert 14, 014, 64 pages of the craft paper. Insert 20 is the craft folder, or file folder, whatever you'd like to call it. So that's 020. Oh, sorry, yeah, 020. And it is just a craft folder. So it's plain on the front, it is plain on the back. Obviously I've stuck washi tape on the front and back. You open it up, you have a pocket this side, pocket this side, and two little card slots. I guess you could put paper clips on there, you could stick some washi tape behind it, it's completely up to you. What I do like about this file folder is that it's bendable. So instead of having to shove your book in there and force this to curve around it, it's already pre-scored with two lines which allow it to fit, you know, snugger around your notebook. You don't have to, you could literally put an elastic there and have it as its own little insert, but I put a notebook on top of this and then the elastic through it. And like I said in my first video, at the moment this just has stickers in it, but I'll stick hospital appointments in here. Anything that I don't want getting ruined in my bag. Just slide them in there. When I come home, sort them out. If there's anything important, I can then move it over into my Filofax. So that's insert number 20, which is the craft file folder. Now the last insert that I have, well, it's not an insert, it's I guess an add-on, is 021, which is the connecting bands. Now you get 4, you get 2 black and 2 brown, and I've got one just here. It is just essentially a very large rubber band. There's people on the group who, you know, don't want to pay for 4 rubber bands, so you can get big bags of rubber bands in stationery shops. I'm not sure about the quality of other shops. These are, you know, they seem quite sturdy. I actually gave mine a good few stretches before I wrapped it around my books, just so it didn't snap. You kind of know, you know, when you're blowing up a balloon or something, you give it a good stretch before you blow into it, just to let it give a little bit, I guess. And I'm only using one at the moment because I only have 3 inserts in my book. So that is 021, and that is the connecting bands. It does come with instructions, and one side is in English and one side is in Japanese. These can get quite confusing. I mean, I set it up exactly how it told me to set it up, and it didn't look right. I don't know why. Maybe I did do something wrong. So I set it up slightly differently, and then I watched Goulet Pen's video on how to do it, and it's exactly like this, but his way of doing it was much easier, which sounds silly because it's the exact same way, but he did it, you know, in a better way for me to understand, I think, in one go. So that, yeah, they're the connecting bands. I got everything apart from the clear wallet from a place in London called JP Books. They are a, sorry about that, Japanese stationery shop in Piccadilly Circus. I'd never heard of them before. Somebody posted about them in the Midori group, and I had a look on their website, and for myself at the time, because this was actually a birthday present from my mum, it was slightly cheaper to purchase it from JP Books than it was from anywhere else I had found. And instead of having to wait for it to arrive before I could see and feel the paper and etc, etc, I could actually physically go to a shop and feel it for myself and see whether it would be something I enjoyed using, because I quite like that. That's why I'm trying to be quite thorough in these videos, because it can be hard to have to wait to receive your item, not knowing how it feels, how it smells, what it weighs, etc, etc. So that is the reason I went and purchased this from JP Books in London. There is also, I believe you can get them on Amazon. I think they're probably more accessible on Amazon in America than the UK. You can order them from the Midori website, but it's very difficult. It's all in Japanese, so you have to try and translate it and stuff like that. The other place is called, that I know of, that delivers to the UK, is the Journal Shop, which is where I got my plastic wallet from. I had to order that from there because JP Books had run out. They've got brilliant staff though. They were so friendly. They said if there was anything they didn't have and if I needed to order it in, they would do that for me. Just really, really, really lovely shop. They sell loads of different things, like comic books, manga books, textbooks, little teapots, everything. It was a lovely little shop. So that is it, I think. There's one other insert I know of that I believe is quite popular, and I think it's 013, and it's the lightweight paper. So you literally, it's plain, it's unlined, you get double the amount of pages than you do the normal 64-page books. And I haven't used it, but everybody raves about the paper quality. For paper that is so thin, you can still use your fountain pens and draw on it. And of course you get ghosting, but as far as I've seen on people's videos, there's no bleed through. I don't have that insert. I don't have a use for it at the moment, but I'm pretty sure I'd end up buying it in the future. The reason I got a variety, so essentially one of everything apart from the lightweight paper, is so I could try them all out. I'm not good with plain paper unless it's, you know, for sketching, so I did buy the sketchbook insert as you saw. I actually prefer to write on grid paper, but I do want a lined one. So, you know, I've got a chance now to play about with all of them, figure out which I prefer, and if I only want grid paper, I'll only buy grid paper in the future. It's as simple as that. That's the only reason that I got one of each insert apart from the lightweight. I hope this has been helpful. Sorry it's gone on for quite some time, but I wanted to, you know, show you everything, because like I said, it is difficult sometimes have to wait to see and feel what you're spending, you know, quite a lot of money on for a notebook. I mean, it's a beautiful notebook, but it's still a lot of money. So yeah, I really hope that's been helpful, and if you have any questions or comments, or if you'd like me to do some more tests on the paper, or you know, maybe with inks or distress stain, I don't have an awful lot of them, but you know, I've got one or two, please just leave me a comment, and I will test it out for you. So that's it really. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.